The journey of mine, from childhood dreams to adulthood realities. I was born in a small town where life was simple and everyone knew everyone. My childhood was filled with laughter, curiosity, and endless questions about the world. I remember waking up every morning to the golden sunlight streaming through my window and the chirping of birds outside. My parents were loving and supportive, always encouraging me to explore, learn, and dream big. I was a cheerful child, always running around in the garden, climbing trees, and playing with my friends. School was a place where I discovered a new world every day. I was curious and eager to learn. Reading books became my favorite pastime. I remember getting lost in the stories of faraway lands, brave heroes, and magical adventures. My teachers noticed my interest and always encouraged me to read more and ask questions. I wasn't perfect at everything, but I had a hunger for knowledge that never seemed to fade. Apart from studies, I loved spending time with my family. Weekends were special. My mother would teach me to cook simple dishes, and my father would tell me stories about his childhood. Those moments shaped me in ways I didn't understand then but appreciate deeply now. I learned the value of love, patience, and kindness from my parents. My grandparents, too, were a big part of my childhood. Their stories of the past fascinated me, and I loved sitting with them, listening and learning from their wisdom. Friendship was another important part of my early years. I had a group of close friends who shared my love for laughter and adventure. We would spend hours playing in the streets, climbing trees, and imagining we were on grand quests. Those carefree days were some of the happiest in my life. They taught me the importance of loyalty, sharing, and standing by those you care about. As I grew older, school became more challenging, but I embraced the challenge with determination. I discovered that I had a particular interest in arts and literature. Writing small stories and painting pictures became my way of expressing my feelings. I realized that creativity was not just a hobby, it was a part of who I was. My teachers noticed my potential and encouraged me to participate in competitions and exhibitions. Every small achievement boosted my confidence, and I began to dream of a future where I could pursue my passions. High school brought new experiences and responsibilities. I faced exams, pressure, and the need to make important decisions about my future. There were moments of self-doubt, but I learned to overcome them. I realized that failure is not the end. It is a lesson that helps you grow. I also became more aware of the world outside my small town. I started reading about different cultures, societies, and histories. My curiosity expanded beyond books. I wanted to understand people, their struggles, and their dreams. Teenage years were a mix of excitement and confusion. I discovered more about myself, my likes, dislikes, and dreams. Friendships became deeper, and I experienced my first moments of love and heartbreak. It wasn't easy, but these experiences taught me empathy, patience, and resilience. I learned to value myself and my choices, understanding that my happiness depended on my own efforts and mindset. The journey to adulthood began with college. Moving to a bigger city was both thrilling and intimidating. I met people from different backgrounds, which broadened my perspective. I studied hard but also made sure to explore life outside the classroom. I joined clubs, participated in events, and made lifelong friends. College taught me independence and responsibility. Living away from home was challenging, but it taught me to manage my time, finances, and emotions. I learned to face problems head-on and find solutions without relying entirely on others. During these years, I discovered my career interests and began working towards them. There were moments of doubt, but I remained focused. I realized that hard work and persistence were keys to achieving my dreams. I also learned the importance of balance between work and leisure, ambition and contentment, giving and receiving. Life was no longer just about learning from books. It was about learning from experiences and people around me. Adulthood brought new responsibilities. I entered the workforce, faced professional challenges, and discovered the realities of life. There were successes that filled me with pride and failures that taught me humility. I understood the importance of patience, perseverance, and continuous learning. Every obstacle became an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Throughout my journey, family remained my anchor. No matter how busy life became, I made time for my parents, siblings, and loved ones. Their love and guidance continued to shape my decisions and keep me grounded. I also nurtured friendships and built meaningful relationships, understanding that life is richer when shared with those who care. Now, as I reflect on my journey from childhood to adulthood, I feel grateful. Every stage of life, with its joys and challenges, shaped the person I am today. I am no longer the curious little girl running in the garden, but the lessons she learned continue to guide me. I have dreams, ambitions, and a vision for my future, but I also cherish the memories, love, and wisdom that brought me here. Life is a journey, not a destination, and I am ready to embrace the chapters ahead with courage, hope, and gratitude. I have learned that happiness is not about wealth or fame. It is about understanding oneself, loving those around you, and living with integrity. My journey has taught me resilience, creativity, empathy, and the importance of chasing dreams without losing sight of who I am. I am Anna, a product of my past, a learner of the present, and a dreamer for the future.